This is Kajol Jadhav and I am here to explain daily current affairs for UPSC Civil Services exam.
Nepal elections. Why it is time for New Delhi to make Nepal feel India open. What are the internal dynamics and significance of Nepal elections? Why India and China are curiously watching Nepal's elections. What are the geopolitical implications of Nepal's elections on both India and China? What factors are hindering the good relations between India and China? GS Paper 2, India and its neighbourhood relations. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from the Indian Express newspaper dated December 21, 2017.
What we are providing here is just a 10% sample out of the full-length video. Visit our website iasvideos.com to join the course and to unlock all videos. We offer this pen drive course cash on delivery on Amazon.in too. Amazon will deliver our course to your doorstep.
What is the context about? As Nepal draws closer to electing a new parliament, all eyes are on who will form the next government. New Delhi and Beijing are especially concerned about the election result and Nepal's future government, as both Asian giants are competing to increase their influence in the Himalayan nation. New Delhi and Beijing have deeper concerns this time because the new government will probably sustain for the next 5 years, something that has not happened in Nepal since its first elections. What are the internal dynamics and significance of Nepal elections? Internal dynamics. This is the first election after Nepal promulgated a federal democratic republican constitution back in September 2015. Polling is happening for both national parliament and provincial legislatures across 7 newly created states. It will institutionalize the constitution and mark an end to a prolonged political transition which saw the monarchy abolished and mayoists become a part of the mainstream politics of the country. Significance. The constitution was deeply contested and led to protest by Madhesis of the southern plains bordering India, who argued that the constitution had eroded their representation and gerrymandered the federal units to divide and weaken them. The election is important because whoever wins at the national level and in most provinces will have an opportunity to shape the new state institutions. It will be on this new balance of power that the upper house of the national parliament and the new president of the republic will be elected. Why India and China are curiously watching Nepal's elections? The election is being interpreted as an almost direct face-off between India and China at the ballot box. Both India and Nepal believe that the new government, if friendly, could be instrumental to advancing their influence and interests in Nepal. Beijing will be happy if the left alliance wins the election, as there is little progress to date on the Belt and Road Initiative in Nepal. Beijing hopes that a left alliance government in Kathmandu will speed up related projects. India, on the other hand, hurried intervention in Nepal's constitutional process by its support to Sushil Koirala against Left Alliance. What are the geopolitical implications of Nepal's elections on both India and China? The Chinese, on their part, have been building a number of highways from the Tibetan side into Nepal. The Tibet Railway has now been extended from Lhasa to Shigatse and could make its way to Kathmandu. While India's plans are moving at a glacial pace, Kathmandu's new regime may be tempted to play along to become a part of the Chinese One Belt One Road project. It will be important for India to caution its interlocutors in Nepal to not walk into the debt traps that Sri Lanka, Maldives and even Pakistan have entered while dealing with Beijing. What factors are hindering the good relations between India and China? Open border. An important issue is the open border itself, which is a unique joint heritage of the two countries. Now, India is trying to close its due calls from Indian security establishment. Issue of inundation of plains in Nepal. The Nepal plains are suffering from massive floods that have also affected downstream areas across the border. A permanent bilateral mechanism is required to save the plains population of Nepal from suffering. Import of electricity from Nepal. Nepal has since long planned to sell electricity to India once it has a hydropower surplus. But along comes an Indian government directive that it will not allow import of electricity other than from power companies with more than 51% Indian equity.